Recording whenever you want.
Yeah.
Or 3.
Oh, I already recorded.
Well, yeah, now I've already started. You're doing it already.
Off to a great start. Welcome everybody back to the CTRL+S podcast. Whoa, let's go! Yeah! All right. We have taken quite a long
My cat died.
It has been a hot minute since last time. A lot of stuff has gone down. We took a quick hiatus, but now we are back and better than ever because I think
absolutely nothing has happened.
Hey, comic, wasn't Red just talking?
Nothing has changed either. No. Actually, precisely one Remember Afton episode has released since the last time you recorded.
Yeah, also Comic's trans now or something.
Comic is trans, yeah. Congratulations on coming out as gay, as liking like big men.
Yeah, and my cat died. Someone got his better end of the stick.
Oh,
yeah.
That did happen.
Yeah, let's see. What else happened? I got a raise in my job. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I passed a year of employment. I got my driver's license and a car, so now I'm like completely mobile. That's cool. It's like personal life update.
Woohoo!
God, you guys' lives are so interesting. I'm just busy and nothing else.
Yeah, he can finally park his car at a...
Shut up!
Oh my god,
Actually,
no.
Speaking of parking lots, yesterday I went to go see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which was excellent, by the way. It is a feast for the eyes, and I will be seeing it again. But when I was at the theater, some motherfucker hit me. Some motherfucker, like, clipped my car in the middle of the parking lot. And it was so weird because they left this note that had nothing but a phone number and, like, their name on it. And I couldn't even... I didn't even know if I got hit because it was so minor. Like, I saw, like a molecule of paint that transferred to my car, but I had no idea if I was actually hit. So I was wondering if this was, like, a new age scam or something. Because the note was, like, so ambiguous and weird. But I called him and it was fine. I didn't file an insurance claim because I don't really care about cosmetic damage.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's my first vehicular accident, guys. That's a pretty big benchmark.
Yippee.
Finally, you're making it in life.
How have you been doing? Doing anything cool? Anything awesome happening?
Oh, me?
I was talking to Zinth, but
Oh, Zen.
Huh?
you been doing anything cool?
I was about to say no. Kind of. I'm working on this project, and that's like all I'm working on. I haven't said much about it. All it is that it's a cool video. I can't really say much else about it. There's not much to say.
That's
Finally
something
getting in the porn industry.
No. that's not what I'm doing.
Congratulations. Are you ever planning on moving away from Minecraft and maybe like going into Overwatch?
No,
Oh
and
my
no.
god.
Well, I
mean,
look forward
it's
to
not... Is Overwatch porn still popular?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
yeah, plenty, and it's still like
Really?
just as high quality.
It's probably
as ever.
more. It's probably more popular than the game at this point.
I think so, actually, and it's still high quality as ever. Like you have to
Interesting.
like really like search to find low quality Overwatch porn.
Yeah, the standard is so high there. That's just simply a business that's like a bit harder to grow in because the expectations are super high.
That's true, and even when you do find like low quality stuff, it's usually low quality because the fetishes don't align with yours.
That's also true. They do a lot of fetish stuff in there. I mean, like I know they're like they still make FNAF porn, you know, like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Really?
Yeah, that's still a thing going. I've noticed.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
I've noticed they've actually been changing style. Like there was like this normal style, and it's been changing. Like there's
Wait, my
like new
God.
models and everything.
What is there to like be attracted to?
Are you telling me that the
robot?
Five Nights at Freddy's porn atmosphere is evolving?
It is. It really is. They've like
Oh my
they've
God.
like had these models for years, but now more people are just moving on to these newer models, which I'll be honest, I don't think look as good as the old ones. I'd be honest.
How faithful are they?
Before
to the
we
original
know
games?
it,
How faithful? Not that faithful. I mean, Mangle has a full body.
Ah, okay, that kind of takes it away.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting. I would say, like, if anything, they've tried to make this style cuter, which I don't know. I'm not a fan of, in my personal opinion. I feel like they kind of could just stick to their realistic style. There was really nothing wrong with it, but I guess it's just more people making more models that are accessible out there. So there's multiple styles now. Specifically on X videos is where they keep the old style, but on actual Pornhub themselves is where they're putting this new style mainly.
Do you think the creepiness is part of the appeal?
No.
Okay.
before
just
we know
hot.
it, they're gonna be putting 2D
Like-
smears in porn animations.
I mean, you know that
Oh my
Love
god, that'd be
Taste toy
crazy.
that Love Taste Toy Chica thing was around for a while, I think, but like honestly, I don't think that's used really as much.
God.
Only a
Why do
few
you have so much
videos.
knowledge about this subject?
But they have been. No, genuinely, I can name multiple. Actually, no.
This is what this episode is. He's just gonna keep
swear
going.
years ago, it was just like these specific models you'd see over and over. But now there's just a bunch of different styles. Like there's ones that just it's more rounded. Then there's ones that more realistic, more like anime girls, if anything. Not like even animatronics. They take more anime girl attributes.
Oh my god. So
Sorry, I'm getting too distracted. What podcast are we on?
we're not even 10 minutes into the episode yet.
Oh my god.
I want to ask a question though. Is all of this evolution in the FNAF porn industry seems to be rather quick? Do you think it aligns with anything? Oh hey, what's
Got a
up?
blue lollipop.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious.
Got a lollipop.
That's the blue
Man, you
lollipop.
prepped for this episode.
Any bets?
didn't you?
What's
Hey,
the
bets.
starting bid?
5.
Cool. So to bring it back around to FNAF porn, I wanted to ask, do you think, so the evolution seems to be like rather quick. You would think for as long as FNAF has been out, the evolution would be steady, but it seems to have really taken a turn in recent years. Do you think that this is aligned at all with the FNAF movie?
No, 100% not. I mean, like, I feel like there's still a pinch of like the old style, and I feel like that's mainly being shown through the security breach videos. But like, if you're doing like classic FNAF 1, 2, 3, anything like that, it's been like fully converted to like one of the two new styles, which the one is just like this more rounded and simplified one, and the second one being obviously the anime girl trope one I was talking about earlier. Like Five Nights at Anime, I think is literally what they call it. It's one of those are the
That's
two
been around for ages.
rocking styles. Those are mainly on Pornhub, but like if you go to a place like X videos, they mainly still have the old style.
Cool.
Please! I don't
So-
want to hear it!
Can you stop interrupting me?
Talk about something else.
So,
let's talk about Remember Afton.
Crown has talked enough for a minute.
Fair enough, yeah.
I think.
Red, how's your thing been going?
Oh, my thing has been I've been progressing quite
impressive.
well.
I was looking at I was looking back at like some of the stuff you've posted for it, like on your Twitter recently. It all looks so good. I'm so
thank
excited.
you. Yeah, I have definitely like developed, I think, a workflow that yields results that I'm consistently very, very happy with. So that's really cool. I'm really happy to get to like that moment. Whenever I look at something, I'm like, this is absolutely what I want to go for. I've reached out to a lot of voice actors, and I've gotten most of their lines back. I'm only waiting on 2, which are actually the 2 main characters, which, you know, kind of prohibits how
Not
much
ideal.
progress I can make if the 2 leads aren't in. But all of the background characters are there. That's cool. We got Lenny from Remember Afton.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do have the Lenny cameo.
We do. We got the Lenny cameo. His name actually might just be Lenny in the script. He's just Stranger.
Oh yeah. Wait, can we actually tell the story of like why he's called Lenny in Remember Afton?
Oh my god, yeah. Do you want to do that or should I?
So basically, if people are unaware, me and Red met up a few months ago, and we were basically just traveling throughout Texas. Like, I think people know you live in Texas. I can say
Yeah,
that, right?
I live in Austin.
Okay.
It's a big city.
Yeah.
We were in San Antonio when this
lives in
happened.
Austin. We're in San Antonio, and we specifically took this bus. It was a free bus because we were just trying to cross the city because we were going to meet another friend. So we were just crossing the city, and this guy on the bus was, how do you describe it? Kind of cuckoo bananas. He's running away from his wife and kids, and he's telling us to run in circles to not get caught. And he praised the Jesus and stuff as he was like getting on and off.
I took notes. I legitimately remembered. I took notes of what he said. So this guy, he said he saw us like on the bus, and he was giving us life advice because he was like, "Hey guys, don't do hard drugs because I'm homeless. It'll take everything. It'll take your wife and kids. You know, I love my wife, but I left her." And here's the advice that he gave us on how to evade your wife and kids. I took notes. It's run in circles, sometimes figure eights, sometimes do the Z, sometimes zigzag, do the serpentine. And just keep running. Also, don't do hard drugs. And then he showed us that he had no teeth.
Yeah, he had like literally a few teeth, yeah. And we kind of just nicknamed him like, yeah, that guy seems like a Lenny. We nicknamed him that, and then later when Remember Afton was a thing, when we needed a name for the new, antagonist, we decided to just chuck the Lenny name on there, and that's how Lenny got his name. Yeah. He's named after a random guy running from his wife.
I kind of regret we didn't ask his actual name though. If it was legitimately Lenny, that'd be sick.
Probably be something like Ezekiel.
He could be an Ezekiel actually. Lenny fits quite well. That dude is pretty cool.
That dude was pretty Lenny.
Anyway, back on the topic of your thing, Red. I hope.
Right.
Oh, wait, yeah. So the FNAF porn industry.
Oh my god! I think we're done with that. As far as my project,
during the podcast.
As far as my project is called, which I'll reveal the name on the podcast alone. I won't publicize this until further. It's not a big secret, but I don't want to generate like a whole lot of hype before I have a product ready to release. It's called Stress Fractures. It's about this homeless orphan who lives in a bus in the middle of the woods, and he travels around by like hitchhiking on freight trains and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Until I get the lines from the voice actors, there's not really that much I can do except keep pestering Bingle for the bus model, and probably set building. I could probably build a lot of sets. But yeah. I've been making some other connections. We have some new hires at the company that I work at. One guy in particular actually is really experienced in making storyboards, and he's offered to just help me with this project.
Ooh, that's
which is
awesome.
super cool. I think like that is gonna help the pacing and the overall like direction phenomenally, because I can't draw for shit. And it's super cool to have another guy who's experienced in this particular field that I hadn't even accounted for yet. But of course that starts when I get the VA lines back. Both of them said that they'd get them back to me by the end of July, and we are in August now. So
we are in August now. You should probably email them.
Oops, I really should. Yeah, but apart from that, it's going well. Yeah.
Red. I wanted to tell you also while we're like on that topic that like recently, like I've been looking through like the stuff that you've been putting on Twitter recently, and it's been giving me a lot of inspiration about how I might want to because I have ideas for how I want to. I've been thinking a lot about how I want to streamline the animation in our little creation, because obviously I don't have the time, nor does anyone really have the time to make like a fully animated, like full detail show. So I want to figure out how to make streamlined animation that's still charming and still feels high quality. So and like one of the ways I was thinking about doing that is I want to like integrate. I want to do like the kind of stuff that you're doing for like background stuff and like not as important scenes. So like anytime there's background characters, like I want to just like constantly have characters in the background of shots and scenes, just like playing the game and just like casually just existing in the game. Like,
That's
I
such
think
a
that'll
cool
just
idea.
make the whole thing feel really alive. And also, I would record all that through replay mod and use that whole thing, so it would be like super easy to add.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
it's super quick.
that, and like I would also just do that for like I can do that for gags and stuff too. There's I'm so excited to like figure out how I want to approach the visuals for this. Like, so I actually came up with an idea of how to do a trailer for this that kind of fits into like canon of how it would work, like an actual like separate like kind of pilot, like a minute long pilot, just like introducing like character dynamics and stuff, and just like the visual aesthetic of the series. And I'm thinking about once I get some more skins in, I can start working on that.
Oh, nice. So, like, apart from skins, you have everything you need to get started.
I have the world now, so yeah, I have I have the world, I have 2 skins, and I just need to figure out voice actors.
Gotcha. What do you think you're gonna do for voice acting?
Voice acting, I've been thinking a lot about voice acting for our little creation, because one of the things I want to do with it is I don't want it to fully feel like a professionally recorded show. Because part of the whole idea is that like it's friends playing Minecraft. So I want there to be varying mic qualities within the cast.
Oh,
I
that's
think
interesting.
I think that adds a lot of authenticity to it. So like I think it's interesting of like some people have like pretty like the mics are just how they are, and like not needing to worry about that, not necessarily getting people who have lots of experience in voice acting, just people who I think can just make some pretty genuine performances and just match the personalities of the characters that they'd be playing.
Yeah.
So like I don't think I'm gonna do like any casting call kind of thing. I don't think I'm gonna like go searching for voice actors at all. I think I'm gonna keep it entirely with like friends.
All right.
That's interesting. Like as far as like lore goes, is it like literally going to be like people playing
It is
Minecraft?
literally people playing Minecraft.
Oh, okay. So like you could have a bit where somebody's AC is going on in the background and they're just whirring like hell, and it's
I
like
have
turn
I have
off.
a lot of fourth wall kind of gags
Okay.
like that in mind.
Nice.
You really like, okay, so do you know like a specific platform they're playing on? Because it would be really funny if it was like the really old Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, where like a good amount of the people were using like Xbox Connects as a mic, which would have like extreme echo that everyone would want to kick out of the party.
That would be funny, but the thing is, the mics have to be like, while I'm okay with people not having great mics, they have to be tolerable for a full length for like a series.
Right.
I can't have
No, that's
anybody
fine.
who like has a mic that like is constantly exploding and peaking, because that's just not going to be pleasant to listen to. But you know what? I'm actually
That's why you
willing.
immediately kick them out like 5 seconds later.
I'm actually willing to talk about what my idea is for like the pilot trailer kind of thing. What I'm
really?
thinking of doing for it is it's like a an attempt at recording a let's play on the world. So like one of the characters is like it like swaps between like the 3 like F5 modes in Minecraft, like from the character who's recording it, and they're like trying to do like a let's play, and it just does not go very well, and it's just kind of a thing to like introduce characters and like show the dynamics and the visual style.
That's cool.
All right.
I like that.
But so it's just like literally just the idea is it's just literally just a recorded video file, and I just upload that and have it be like a trailer.
Like goofy found footage.
Yeah, exactly.
That's quite epic.
Do you ever plan to like? Here's a good question. Like, obviously, I feel like you're gonna have points where you go outside the game. Like, outside
I do have
what people
ideas
are
for
playing.
that.
Are you going to be doing a realistic style? Or are they going to be like Minecraft skins in like a Minecraft room playing Minecraft on their computer? Or are they going to be?
Not sure. I'm not sure yet. I'm debating maybe actually doing some like live action recording for stuff like that.
Ooh, you know what would be wild is if you use like VFX, like you camera tracked like iPhone footage, and then you composite it in a 3D Minecraft character like onto that footage that you just recorded.
Mm-hmm.
That would be crazy.
I have some pretty crazy ideas. I don't want to talk about too many of them because they're ideas that I really like and I'd like to keep for surprises for audiences, so I can talk about that after the podcast, but
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I've got a lot of stuff cooking in my brain. I just need to actually work on the characters and get everything set up to do something like that.
Yeah, I think live action would be super cool though.
Yeah, that does sound cool. I mean, also it's like can I like give you how I think our Low Creations is gonna go and end? Like, am I allowed to like just say what I think it's gonna be?
If you want to, go for it. I'm excited to hear it. I can talk about it with you after this
first ever film
podcast.
series.
Unironically, I feel like it's a bunch of friends playing Minecraft. Like, it's a very light tone, but at the same time, I feel like you're going throughout the episodes of like growing up together, and like probably the ending is them like finally logging off the server for like the last time, placing that last Minecraft block before going into like the real world out there, like getting a job or starting a family, all that stuff, and they don't have like time to play together anymore. And it kind of has like a little bit of a depressing ending like that like every good thing ends.
That would
I think all
make
their
people
friends are gonna
cry.
die.
But that's
Yeah, what if one of the
die.
players like just dies in real life?
yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, but that's like that's where I think you're going, and I think that would be really cool, honestly.
Guys, man.
All right, I can talk about that more again after the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, what the? Oh, I'm fine. Keep speaking.
Since what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Spider,
How are you
it
doing?
scared me.
Speaking of Zenth, what have you been working on?
Shut up. The spider is intriguing me.
Okay.
What is it doing?
Let me just
Hey,
describe
sure.
the spider, dude. Live spider commentary.
It fell.
Is it okay?
Uh-oh.
It just fell two stories.
No.
No.
Bro, that's a lot of reading.
Oh. So Zenth, what have you been working on?
I'm still staring out my window. The spider's dead. Okay.
Oh.
I feel like I haven't done much, but I'll probably remember what I've done in a minute. Once I start talking.
You've been doing a lot of songs.
Not
That's
really.
True.
Well, we've been doing a lot of music, a lot of the beat baps.
I've made like 2 songs.
That's more songs than I've ever made. I made like 1.5.
What do you mean at a half?
Farmer rap. I made Doors rap and Farmer rap, but Farmer rap isn't complete. It's just like the beginning.
True. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
I guess I have been working on music. I am starting to get more confident with my ability to like compose, mix, and now arrange, because I haven't like I'm not like completely familiar with terms and stuff. I just have the Langster just tells me things and I pick up on them horribly because I'm stupid.
Shout out Langley, by the way. That guy got
Shout
a
out
girlfriend.
Langley.
That's something that happened. Michael has
Shut.
Oh wait.
We should not be mentioning that on the podcast.
Yeah,
you
should.
probably
Okay.
gotta say that.
Yeah,
We should be
I
cutting that out.
I
Shout out
pro-
to Dick Paul, though.
Yeah, we don't know if it's gonna last.
Wait, that's gonna be really funny in the actual thing, because it's just that speaking of Laylee. and then it's just
Yeah.
gonna be a
Oh.
censor.
Yeah, another thing that happened. We
It's
got a
gonna
new,
sound so
we got a
funny.
new editor. I'm no longer editing the podcast. This goes to my good friend. So a
Shout
note
out.
editing. Shout out Jack, by the way. A note for editing. Editing Jack. Everything
that.
after. Oh yeah. Speaking of Langley, just beep that whole thing. Just like censor it all.
But not the rest of the everything. You'll know. Don't censor
Yeah.
the entire podcast.
Censor
His-
specifically red.
His prostate diagnosis isn't public yet, so.
Yeah. Yeah, his
prostate.
his leg amputation to become a pirate has not started yet.
Yeah. Oh, another note for Jack. Censor out any addresses, and also I have everybody's address nicknamed on Discord. So when Crown turned on his camera, make sure that you crop out his name and like the.
It's
in the bottom
it's
corner.
not even my updated address. You
Wait,
don't know
is it
where I live now.
is it okay to say that in that case?
No.
Yeah, still, but
You're
yeah, just,
doxing someone.
but yeah, just be aware of that. Just like make sure that that's not visible in the edit. Shout out Jack. By the way.
Shut up,
Shut up,
Legend.
Jack. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, you
kinda
have to censor that
interrupted.
too, because that's a thing.
Oh yeah, we don't mention. Just censor that name anytime it's
Censor
mentioned.
that.
Anyways, then I kind of like hijacked your
I
progress.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've been working slowly, very slowly, but I've been working. I've been waiting for a bit for buddy old pal at iChrisation on Twitter, to finish a silly comp. They finished it, and it's so good. So I can finally start on this project. They're like my favorite top one Minecraft modeler. I like their models. They're very good. Anyway, point is, I'm able to do this now, so I'm able to like push out this thing since it's been like ages since we recorded an episode, and nothing. There have been like approximate besides that, like there's been 0 updates on what I've been working on. I have not progressed at all. So that's always fun.
Now it seems like the ball
But-
is rolling.
The ball
yeah,
is finally rolling.
Here is the model. They finished it, and I like ported it at like light speed. I was like so excited to finally be able to like push through with this, and get something done.
Yeah,
at the
looks
anything.
great.
Crazy.
They did so good.
Also,
did.
for all you audio listeners out there, I haven't done this in a bit. For all you audio listeners out there, so those watching on any other platform other than YouTube or Spotify, there will be an Imgur album in the description with any images that we talk about or any media that we comment on. But if you do want to watch the video edition, that will be on Spotify and YouTube. But check the link in the description.
For any audio listeners out there, there's like really big boobs like on screen right now that you're missing by being an audio listener.
Yeah, you're
So
really
you know,
missing
hop
out.
over to the
Hey,
YouTube.
that's not...
YouTube
Hop
gang.
over to the YouTube.
That's false advertising.
Wait, Red, can you make my actually wait, I should be asking
Jack?
this.
Jack?
Can you make my little icon, Nico one shot?
I was actually gonna ask you all for updated
Add
profile.
uncensored boobs on screen.
No.
Do not do that, please. Thank you.
Can't do
Jack?
that.
Can you just make Zint's icon just breasts for the
No!
entire episode, please?
Yo, wait, Jack, can you replace Zim's profile picture with Luna from Hell of a Boss?
Don't stop.
God.
Oh yeah,
I don't-
you're
I
somewhere.
don't- I
Make
don't
it
wanna
like
be associated.
specifically cropped Rule 34 too.
Yeah. But no, I was gonna ask you all for like updated profile pictures because we're probably all of the ones we're using right now are no longer.
Make comic a water pump.
I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this.
But Grant, speaking of like slightly changing identities, you have now fully transitioned into Crown
Yeah.
Cinema. You are
Yeah, I am.
Crown Cinema full time ever since the
fully
release of Remember Afton.
I fully uninstalled Blender, and I've officially, released 2 episodes of Remember Afton.
Woo!
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I
No.
think it's finally time to. Oh, never mind.
All right, that's the podcast. Hope everybody had a
Shortest
good
episode of all time.
Woo!
How's Remember Afton been going? Episode 2 released not
Okay.
that long ago.
So
We're
should I be
just-
talking about episode 1 as well, or just episode 2?
Yeah, I think we should cover both.
Okay, so episode 1, obviously that's what I was starting throughout like the entire podcast, and episode 1 finally hit the screen like 2 months ago now, and the responses to that have been quite insane. It's definitely getting a lot of community support and backing. It's definitely not a thing for everyone. There is a few people in the community who, don't like it that much, but for the people who like it, really like it, I really appreciate that. Basically, it's this whole entire story that's going to be going on throughout the next year or two, or however long the show runs for, of just the downfall of William Afton. It's simply taking what I would like to call the Breaking Bad approach of turning the good guy into the bad guy, which just really fits with William's character. So that's what we're doing. He's slowly going to change throughout the show, and we're simply adding a lot of elements that just aren't in Five Nights at Freddy's, simply to make it more interesting, and we're also not following the actual story as well. Because I know this isn't a thing for everyone, but for me, watching a show knowing what's going to happen kind of ruins it for me. I hate spoilers when it comes to stuff. So watching any kind of Five Nights at Freddy's video is literally built-in spoilers, because it's usually just the same thing. So that's specifically what I'm avoiding with this project. So I've added a bunch of characters, like the Shark Gang, Cody, and like Lenny. Lenny seems to be the main popular one in episode 1.
Well, at least among the team.
Yeah, among the team. Lenny is a very interesting character voiced by Ace the Plumber, which is just this guy that's very, very involved in, drug selling.
Shout out Ace the Plumber, by the way.
Yeah, selling opioids. Fentanyl, specifically, is one of his highest grossing ones. So yeah, he's the antagonist of Remember Afton currently. His character is definitely interesting, and we're definitely be seeing how actually, with the release of episode 2, we've kind of seen how he's not fully there, how he's a bit of a crack case. And in episode 1 ends on the death of Evan Afton.
Oh, I didn't actually know if you were going to say it on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll recap it, because if you haven't watched the episode, go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
Go watch it.
You've already been spoiled, so you might as well watch it now.
Yeah, watch it right now before anything else gets spoiled.
Yeah. It's this breaking relationship between father and son, and before the father can make things right, he completely gets that opportunity ripped from him from a fatal gunshot from Cody. So the show is split into these two halves, where the A story is following the downfall of William Afton, how he's coping with this, how he's becoming completely just out of his mind. And then we're following this B story, which is Cody trying to deal with this. He killed one of his best friends, and he's trying to deal with that while also trying to not have anyone find out about this. There's a few friends that know, like, for example, June and Travis and Lenny are the only 3 that know. So he's going to have to try to hide that throughout the series. And there's also this C plot, which I will not get into whatsoever, but the C plot is the black and white scenes, which will be within every few episodes of Remember Afton. We will open up to a black and white scene, and that's slowly going to be telling a story over time as well. Right now, it's very ominous of when episode 1 came out, not a lot of people understood exactly what the first scene was, how it had to connect to anything, which was slightly answered in episode 2. But
I don't even know if people picked up on that, though.
Yeah, not everyone picked up on that. It's not really a blink if you'll miss it. It kind of tells the audience, but not everyone picked up on it.
I mean, people were more distracted by something else that was said in that scene.
Yeah, something else that was said in the scene.
Yeah,
because the main kicker that is going to confuse people is William Afton and the purple guy are 2 separate characters in this series.
What?
Right now. They're 2 separate characters. They are not the same. As much as, like, people say, oh, hey, William Afton, Purple Guy, because, you know, that's Five Nights at Freddy's. But here, they're two separate people. So anyways, we get to the death of Evan Afton. Now we open up on the second episode, which was... It was a fun one to direct. This one was our first half hour long video, which was certainly something. Ended up being 31 minutes where we fully revamped the style. Thanks to Lindsay and Peyton for helping me just fully revamp the style. I love it.
Lynn and Peyton.
Yeah.
Shout out Lynn and Peyton and Langley for music.
Shout
And
out
only Langley.
Yeah.
Shout out Langley.
Yeah, only Langley. Also Zinth, but like Zinth isn't here. So
He
I
can't
don't need to
defend
give him
himself,
credit.
so it's just
He can't defend himself. But yeah, we're on the second episode. We're seeing William Afton just completely he doesn't want to accept what's happened. And you can see him going through some of the stages of grief in the episode. And he's simply not in a good place. He's not doing well. And Cody also isn't doing well either. We see a little bit of Cody. Cody gets his life threatened by Lenny to collect $30K in cash, or else it's his life, which he's going to have to figure out how to get out of that scenario. And then we have, you know, the main thing going on with Afton just... He has his downfall. And we also have, at the same time, Cody has to hide from the cops, and people are trying to cover his trails. And we get introduced to a new main character, our Gary. Actually, can we censor the name?
Yeah.
Because that's not a thing yet.
I'll note for the Jack.
Just cut that.
Censor that. Yeah, censor that name.
Let's just cut that entire thing. We get introduced to Gary, which is the detective that doesn't have he has some screws loose, we'll just say.
He's autistic.
He could be. He might. Like, you know, well, I wonder, dude, I'm autistic and I don't even know what autism does. So I would have to do more research before I could, which I would have to do way more research before I can make Gary an autistic icon.
I also have the tism. He seems pretty tismed up.
Yeah, so I won't fully explain his character because it'll be seen more throughout, but he's very much a character. He's not fully there. He's committed to his job, but he doesn't take everything 100% seriously. He's a jokative kind of guy. That's how he gets over everything. He's not a person who goes through emotions. Whenever he has emotions, he covers them up with jokes. That's simply his character.
True.
Yeah. And the main last thing that happens throughout the episode is we can see actually two things. One, we get a mysterious man on the phone, which Afton is going to try to hunt down Cody. But, you know, obviously, no one knows it's Cody yet. So there's this mysterious man on the phone, which is actually voiced by Red here. Woo! Red's going to be a Remember Afton character.
Mysterious man for the win.
And then the second last thing that happens in the last shot of that episode is the lamp light flickering, and that is not electricity acting up. That has a purpose, which
and its
you know,
purpose
it's pretty
is faulty wiring.
William Afton has
faulty wiring.
William Afton has been neglecting the maintenance of his home because he's too sad about his son dying.
Exactly. That's exactly what that final shot is supposed to show. So yeah, we're 2 episodes in now, and they have been received very, very well. The community is starting to come together to make a lot of Remember Afton memes, animations, fan art.
All of the memes
stuff.
are about like the same thing.
All the
Dude, they're
memes are
great
about
though,
Afton's
dude.
death.
The fucking like the Remember Afton updates and leaks account, they post some banger stuff. Like, I don't know how they come up with half of this. Like there was one post I saw earlier today, which was
the
just
it's the Remember Funny account.
the Remember Funny.
the
Both of them post silly
Yeah.
stuff. I can't remember which one it was, but I saw this post earlier today where it was just this guy loading up Remember Afton through the fucking Wii menu.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's great. That's great.
Wait, can you send that? we
Yeah, hold
gotta
on.
show that to the video listeners.
Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta show that to
Was
the
it on?
listeners.
Was it on Remember Files? Yeah,
It's
it was
on Remember
It was on
Files,
Remember
yeah.
Files. Here, look in the chat, and it'll be shown on screen as well. Audio listeners, link in the description. But it's so silly. That's all it is. Bro, and everyone
so
out there,
silly.
follow at Remember Files on Twitter. They post some really silly stuff.
It's my favorite Twitter account. They post so many memes. It's so great. The community is so involved.
This one too,
And I think
love
that's
Yeah.
it's so great. Especially
all
that one
For all you
too.
audio listeners out there, it's dash cam footage of two guys yelling at each other, but it's dubbed over the What the hell was that? And then Jack going, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so great to see the community come together and decide that, like, hey, this thing's kind of cool. It's not animated, but it's kind of cool. Because I came from the.
Speaking of it not being animated too, I think the medium deserves way more recognition than it does. Because after like being involved in the production of Remember Afton, and also seeing the community reception, I think machinima is kind of like a lost art form. But I don't think it's lost any of its merit. I think like
yeah,
go ahead.
that's like something else that I've learned through this process is that doing stuff for machinima and Minecraft roleplays, it's so fun. It's really fun. It's just a really fun process, and I think that's why like we're getting stuff done so fast. It's just everybody really enjoys working on it.
Well, you get you get quicker gratification too, because it doesn't take like several weeks or months to animate a scene. Everybody can do it at the same time. It's a group effort.
The immediate reward of like right after you film a shot, you immediately edit it, and we get to see what it's gonna look like.
Yeah,
that's big. Like that.
Yeah,
makes a big difference.
Yeah, we all watch the video come together because we all have this vision and we just all watch it come together like live with each other. And I think that's great because
it's so cool.
It's a lot more fun of a process simply because like when you're animating, people can chuck a scene at you and it's like, oh, hey, do this in a certain amount of time, and you're just sitting alone in your room animating that, maybe listening to something on Spotify. But when we record machinima, we're all just having this fun time together, cracking jokes a lot of the time, and just
watch it in Practical Jokers.
People are off screen, like shooting miniguns at each other.
Yeah, we simply watching Practical Jokers like between shooting sessions. Like every time we finish a scene, we reward ourselves with 1 or 2 Practical Jokers episodes.
It's awesome.
Honestly,
so funny.
I think the gun mod that we have is more valuable as stimulating the body actors than it is for like the actual plot of the show.
Also, like one of the funniest things is just the small gags we have going on. Like for example, whenever we're recording a scene that's like involves walking, I say when the shot ends, but I keep forgetting to tell them to stop, so anytime I tag back in, they're around like 200 to 300 blocks away from the set. They're just still walking because I forgot to tell them to stop, and they just think it's funny. Which it is, but like,
I love
come on, guys. It's awesome.
But I also wanted to say, like, as when the final product is out, I think this is when a lot of people underestimate the medium of machinima the most, because it is highly accessible. I think more so than animation, not only because it solidifies everybody's visual style. This is a thing that clashes a lot in animation, is everybody has like their own like workflows and ways that the scene is ultimately going to end up, just because people operate differently. They have different stylistic visions. Machinima kind of equalizes all of that, but also I think because of Minecraft's simplistic nature, you kind of forget that it's Minecraft. You kind of see through the Minecraft. You kind of don't really see the characters quite as literally as you would in an animated or live action film, but you see them as like representations of their persona. And I was thinking about this as I was watching an Eddie Burback video on the Lego Star Wars. It's the same thing. You aren't constantly distracted that all of these characters are Lego. They're so cartoonish and so up for interpretation that your imagination kind of does most of the work for you.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
go ahead.
yeah, continue.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I think this is, in this regard, more powerful than even live action, because it's less noticeable when it has a lower budget, I feel. Just because, like, the budget doesn't really make too much of a difference, whereas in live action, it's pretty easy to tell whether you're, filming on a real camera or your iPhone 5. It's a really, really solid and accessible and expandable medium, which I don't think too many people give it credit for.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you guys from, like, now that we have, like, 2 episodes out, so we know, like, what this is looking like, after the entire thing with the Afton Files went down, and I say, hey, we're gonna be turning it into a machinima, what did you guys think then versus what do you think now?
You can go ahead, Comic. I just spat out a monologue.
I was slightly skeptical at first, just probably mostly just because we got so close with Afton Files. Like, I knew that we could do that, like, that it was possible, that, because, like, I think that, honestly, like, it's no secret that, Afton Files is, like, why a lot of people started announcing, like, kind of long-form content like that. Because, like, Afton Files showed people that that was something that was possible. Because we almost finished it.
For the record, the video was ready to, like, it was going to be ready to release in a week before everything went down.
10 minutes of animation, all fucking finished.
I remember once it got canned, everyone was like, I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew it was too ambitious. Nah, we got it.
It was gonna happen. It was pretty much done.
It was like 98% finished, legitimately.
Yeah.
It was genuinely coming out in like a week. It was coming in April. We were getting all ready. But then I get hit with the news about, second owner, like last minute.
Censor that, Jack.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, we get hit with that last moment. So no, for the people like, oh, it's too ambitious. No, we did it.
And like, yeah, that was the main reason I was unsure about changing it at first, was because I knew that we could do it. And while I understood the ideas behind it, like about Machinima was going to be an easier process, and it was going to be, and we wouldn't have to like completely remake the entire first episode, which I think would have completely drained everybody off of wanting to work on it. So I absolutely love what we're doing. I would not have it any other way.
I'm unsure that if we wanted to do it animated again, if it would have worked out. I think if we wanted to try, I don't think it would have. Like everybody would just be so demotivated. All been drained. Yeah.
I will be right back.
Okay. I'll give my take on the subject again.
Okay. Yeah.
From the I don't know. I had a pretty hopeful stance from the beginning because I consumed a lot of Minecraft Machinima material on YouTube way back in the day. Like Orpros, like exploding TNT, fucking golden armor, Mr. QB, the Mind Box. I love this kind of content. I like that had me by chokehold back in like 2014, 2013. But also I have known people who were interested in Aphmau, which I didn't really watch back in the day, but her stories were a little bit more narrative, a little bit more serious, and I remember seeing people get like super emotionally invested. Like I would go to the comments of some of her earlier videos when I wanted to check them out, and so many people were reminiscing about the quote-unquote golden ages. It's like, man, this series was so awesome, it hurt me so deeply to see these characters that I love so much get hurt in this kind of a way. And it's like, damn, this is something that can really connect to people.
Yeah.
So I've had experience firsthand on how engaging this medium could be.
Yeah. So you were hopeful from the beginning, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I remember you actually like called me, I think, before Remember Afton was even fully finalized and pitched me the idea. And I said I thought it was a really good idea.
Yeah, you were. What about you, Zin? What did you think at first?
Nothing different than now. I was expecting it to be really good.
I'm back.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, Remember Afton. It's definitely it turned out better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. 100% I thought we were going to be sticking to, like, completely normal style, but we've done this whole, it can look like an animation, kind of. Like, if you look at the models and everything, it looks like it's animated, but it's in-game now. Which I think, I still think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think
Minecraft
that's wild.
Machinima, or like the tools to create something that in Minecraft that looks this high quality, I think have evolved so much since when the last time Minecraft Machinimas were popular. This is something that I marvel at like pretty frequently, is how many tools there are for Minecraft in general. Like I also like really enjoy, like, say, building, for example, in Minecraft. It's something that I really like, and being able to use just an array of tools like World Edit or like Lightmatica or Block Blender, which is this Blender plugin that allows you to turn models made in Blender into a schematic that you can import into Minecraft. That's fucking bonkers, and vice versa. You can take shit from Minecraft into Blender, and that's been around for years. But I don't know. That's still crazy. That's something you can just do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It's all wild.
Something else that I really like about the machinima style is that this is something I've noticed, at least from when I've been doing body acting. Something I've noticed is that because like what we have access to is so limited, people start getting creative on how to like act different things. Like,
yeah,
I experiment a lot when I'm doing the body acting. Like, I like remember that one, like the first time, I think it was in that scene in episode 2 where it's William and Henry talking, and I had the idea to switch like the facial emotions mid shot.
Yeah, like a lot of. A good portion of what happens on screen simply isn't in the script. Yeah. It comes up on spot.
Or like when you were playing Cody and he was like looking both ways before he crossed the street.
Yeah.
The only one doing that.
Stuff like that isn't in the script.
Yeah.
The comic is like really good at body acting because he can just come up with like, hey, I think this character is gonna do this, and we're like, you know what, you're right, go for it.
I didn't actually think about this until now, but I think actually having like a stage acting background is helping a lot with body acting in Minecraft.
No joke, I can see it.
It's kind of like what's kind of funny to think about. It's like it's kind of like we're all working on layout at the same time in a way, because like we have this vision of what it's going to be, but we live do it all together, you know? Because, like, we kind of just... Again, if we want to change something in the moment, or, like, if one person just wants to change something, we just do it. It's not like one person's in control of all that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I give basic directions of what we're gonna do, and people do that in different ways, which ends up really cool. It's just... It makes us like a lot more involved, so it's just so fun. It's so much
more seamless of a process to mend your creative visions. Everybody's influence can kind of just meld together naturally, organically.
And like the thing is with this, we can do longer form content. So what we're making feels like it's an actual show. Like this feels like something someone can binge. And like with some popcorn in bed and just watch this story unfold, because we have the time and the resources to make it engaging. We're not limited to like animation to where we have to make short episodes anymore, or like have a longer episode that takes a year for the next episode. We're able to get an episode out every 1 to 2 months that's around like 20 to 30 minutes long, which means people just can keep coming back for more. Yeah. It's great.
I think that's why Remember Afton is also ultimately going to be more successful than I think the Afton Files had potential to be, is because you don't have very much time for the community to get disinterested. If you do have a consistent upload schedule that, isn't once per year, you know, it's a lot less likely that the community is going to forget that it exists. And you see that through great accounts like Remember Files. They post memes every week or so.
Yeah, and I can already just say this because it's probably already taken effect. We're already trying to minimize the time between 2 months to 1 month, which we're currently in the process of doing right now. and I've been playing a lot out for that, it looks very possible for us to be able to get a full episode out every month. And, like, as long as we... Oh, no. We're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah.
But, like, I think we can definitely pump these out a bit faster without losing quality, which I think is important.
One more thing about it is that the other cool thing about... Because, like, back when, like, Afton Files was what we were working on, the thing that the draw for Afton Files and why people were excited about Afton Files was because of the visuals. Because people thought it looked really high quality. And the thing is, with having, like, a more simplistic, like media form, it puts the focus on the story.
Yeah.
Which is a lot nicer. Like, the people who are, like, really into Afton Files just thought it looked really good. The people who are into Remember Afton like the story. And that feels a lot nicer. I mean, obviously, when you like put a lot of effort into an animation, you like it when people are like, "Ooh, this is pretty." Yeah. But it's a lot more rewarding to have people like a story than it is for people to like visuals.
Like, for example, I see people getting so invested, like, I hate Lenny. Oh, I hope Cody gets away with it. Which is like, what can I also say, like, how, like, the morals in this are, like, so different, because there's not, like, a clear side to root for at all times. Like, Cody literally murdered a guy, but he's someone you can, like,
he's a sympathetic character.
He's a sympathetic character.
He didn't know.
So, like, people kind of, like, on the board with it, and they have, like, different decisions, different
and it's like,
outcomes. Like,
he killed a guy.
Cody...
Like, he killed a guy. It was an accident, and he didn't mean to, and he's a sweet person, but at the same time, he's selling drugs.
Right. Or like Lenny, like, he's like a hardened criminal who employs teenagers to sell fentanyl. Like, but he's Italian.
But, like, the people is like, it's like people come out with, like, different morals with it, because some people like, Cody needs the caught, and some people are like, oh, I hope Cody gets away with it, and it's like, and then some people kind of go for this middle ground where it's like, oh, I hope Cody gets caught but doesn't get, like, a harsh punishment or something, or like, you know, gets off easy.
And that's such a cool feeling when you can make something that's divisive.
Yeah, because we can go any three of those routes, and it's not going to feel wrong or undeserved.
Yeah.
Because that's just Cody's character is like... It's complex, really.
Very complex.
Because, like, everyone has their idea of what he deserves, but not everyone's going to agree on that. And I think that's something powerful. There's no clear good guy or bad guy, besides Lenny. Lenny's obviously a bad guy.
All right.
Lenny ain't that great.
This has been a really good podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're getting into depth.
Yeah.
I think I've been rambling about Remember Afton for quite a bit
That's
now.
okay. I think we all rambled.
It is definitely the most significant thing that has happened between, like, now and last episode, between our last hiatus. This is definitely the biggest.
Yeah, just to wrap it up, we're definitely... I don't know if episode 3 is going to be out when this comes out. I'm going to assume it's not.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get into that. But
if all things go according to plan, this should be out on the 19th of August.
Oh yeah, no. Episode 3 will not be out.
we have like half the script right now.
Yeah, we just got halfway on the script.
Oh wait, no, the 12th.
No, shut up! The spider, it's not dead.
How'd it climb 2 stories back up?
I guess it didn't fall 2 stories.
How do you know it's the same spider?
It is like very, very. It has got to be the same spider.
All
it
right.
is like identical.
That's awesome. And on that note,
it's also an orb weaver. I know it's the same species.
We have not done this in a very hot minute.
Yeah.
Bro, I just got a mail notification that was titled as X, formerly Twitter. I'm so depressed.
Well, before Zinth rudely interrupted me with a spider, just to wrap things up,
Shut up.
Okay. Just to wrap things up. Yeah, like we're all very proud of where it's going, and it's definitely right now what we're doing is we're working on like the first season as like a proof of concept, because obviously we have more seasons planned, but like we're mainly putting our focus on this first season to be like, hey, we're gonna give you this appetizer. Are you interested in like this becoming its full thing, like reaching a conclusion? So season 1's pretty short. We have 6 more episodes planned, so this is an 8-episode season. So we have 6 more episodes to look forward to until we get to the finale of season 1, which will be quite bonkers, and that's where I believe it.
Alrighty.
All right. So before we sign off, do you guys have anything that you want to do over the next 7 days?
Probably study more to do with Five Nights at Freddy's Born.
Oh my god.
That's true. I'm very interested to see your predictions on where it's going to end up in the next year. I wonder if the release of the FNAF movie will actually have a stylistic influence.
They're gonna be revamping the security breach models to like the new style. Like eventually, give it enough time.
Comic, what do you want to do?
Go John.
I need to do more designs for our little creation. Cuz I want to get to that stage where I can start doing like visual proof of concepts, but I can't really do that until I can't really do that though until I have like skins.
Very true.
Isn't buying skins illegal though?
Okay.
Depends on what state you're in.
John caught
yeah, you're right.
something. Yeah, I named him John.
Let's
it looks
go,
like a
John.
wasp that. It was something that was stuck in this.
Ah.
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't be rambling about the spider. Go on.
Well, actually, it's your turn to say what do you want to do over the next week.
I wanna. I don't have. I only have 2 goals. One of them is, I tweeted about it. I wanna do a Zenth 24-hour stream. That would be awesome.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
That would be so crazy.
And I also wanna do something. Make no specific amount of progress, but I just wanna make enough progress where I can say I'm happy with where I've gotten with this project, because I haven't done anything. I mean, I've worked on it, but I haven't done much.
The entire video will be done in 7 days.
August 12th, 2023. So
Is the release date of
Actually, you know
Zen's
what?
new project.
I do know what I'm gonna do. I have two things that I decided I want to do. A shot that I posted in my little workspace server thing. I fucking love that server. And I decided I might make concept a thumbnail, because stylistically I literally have barely any idea where I want this project to go. I just have fake ideas in a pure ref file, and none of it feels like tied together at all. It's kind of just images I thought looked cool thrown together, and I just said, yeah, this would work well here. So
Crazy.
Establishing a style is definitely something I want to do and finalize finally, because I've said I'd do this 8 other times, and said I've done it 8 other times, but I don't like what I did.
Zen, something
Legend.
hella squeaky is going on in your background.
It's a chair.
Yeah, it's this chair.
I'm sitting on my chair on my knees.
Hey,
Jack?
can you change Zen's profile picture to FNAF Rule 34
Oh my
cropped?
god.
Oh.
Well,
That's awesome.
I think that's a good place to end it.
I
Wait,
didn't do
actually-
mine!
Oh yeah, do yours.
No.
do yours.
Okay.
More important.
I'm fine.
Final bids. Final bids.
Yo, I thought you would have
I
eaten
didn't
that
lick
by
it
now.
this time. Nope. It's gonna be pure. It's not even. I haven't
Wow.
even. It's got protection on it, like every good man should.
God.
That's very true. It's being responsible.
Being
Howard.
responsible.
Yeah, things that I want to do over the next week. Some of them are kind of out of my control. I want to contact the voice actors again, because neither of them responded. I don't know. I feel like so bad doing that, but at the same time, I kind of have to. So it'd be super cool to get the 2 leads in. That would really motivate me to get going again. That's a super awesome chair, Zenth. I'm loving it. Call me McDonald's because I'm loving it. Yeah,
He
voice
can't
actors would
click
be
his
super
keyboard, so he's jumping in his chair.
Yeah, that and
Jack?
Eternally mute Zenth.
Yeah, if you could just. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another note for Jack is anytime like somebody isn't talking and they're like typing or rocking back and forth on their chair, yeah, just like cut that audio out entirely. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you thought you were. Yeah, you thought you were almost done editing. Go back.
Yeah, but yeah, getting the audio lines is pretty cool. That's kind of out of my control. But also, I do need to start set designing. If I am to get those voice lines in pretty soon, I will need some sets, which would mostly be building in Minecraft. So I think... Hold on, let me just mute Zenth on my Discord so I can do the outro. Alright, thank you everybody for listening to the Control+S podcast. Again, it has been a hot minute since the last time we've done it. But if Jack makes a good editor, a good trial editor, this being
Jack,
Cut the video.
No! if we have a good workflow, you should be expecting weekly episodes again, which would be super cool. I really liked it. I didn't realize exactly how much just talking about projects helped, but I have realized that this was a good idea to implement, and ceasing it has definitely taken a noticeable chunk out of my
so
willingness
excited.
to do things. So yeah, get ready. Audio listeners, again, link in the description will be an image link for I think the one image that we sent. Oh no, we got some remember funny files posts there too.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, all of our links will be in the description. New episodes should be coming out every Saturday. So yeah, I think that's about it. See ya.
It's a shame no one heard any of that because she cut the video a minute ago.
No, she didn't. Jack, if you do that, I'm firing you.
All right, bye.
See you
Cut
guys.
the video.